I do like that when I'm in any city, anywhere in the world, people will come to me and ask me for directions.
People who are unhappy at home, it doesn't impact in the office. But if they are unhappy at work, it impacts the family.
Because that truly is the key for a woman finding that balance in her life where she can live the way she wants to. When you do something, and especially when you believe in it so much, it's very difficult to keep your emotions separate.
So you're happy I'm married. There's no other concept to it.
Yeah, my kids thought we were crazy.
So, Parvez,
Yeah.
welcome to HQS
Okay, Manny,
podcast.
just 1 minute. Thamba. This time, allow me to do this. I know it's your podcast, but let me hijack it this time.
I'm supposed to host the show, bro.
I know, exactly, but I'm hijacking it at your...
Okay.
Right?
Let me see
so
what- how
let
it
me
pans
host
out.
you first.
Okay.
So hi guys, I'm Parvez Mantri, and today I'm introducing you all a very dynamic personality, and that's Manny Anchan, Manoj Anchan, of course. And let me tell you something about him, that he's an amazing father. I would first put up like that. He's an ex-banker, a C-suite banker who left all the works, all that money, and came back to India to make a
Yeah.
difference in people's lives. And today he is here with me, and he's a very, very brilliant soul. He runs a company of happiness and mental health, in the space of mental health, I would rather put that. And yeah, Manny, over to you.
So, Parvez, as always, you host me. So, thank you for that.
Yeah.
Um,
Manny, sorry, I would like to ask one question.
Yeah.
That please, you first tell me your entire journey. How did this entire thing happen? And today you are in India. You've been a global
mhm,
citizen. I'm
mhm,
not going to say
mhm,
the other word,
mhm, mhm.
but you've been a global citizen. So can you tell us that how you exactly got here to this point?
Yeah, I mean, very interesting life we have led. I was born in Bombay. My mother worked in Reserve Bank of India. She was an economist. I wanted to be a professional cricketer. Of course, I did play first class cricket, but not the highest level. And I played Premier League in Oman, International League. I'm a father. I worked as a banker for 25 years all over the world. My last position, I was an executive director in a very big bank. I lived on the marina. I had a sports car,
Wow.
but I was empty because I went through divorce, etc. And I took a decision then to quit banking. And I don't know if you've seen the movie Eat, Pray, Love. Julia Roberts.
Yes,
is in it.
absolutely.
So I had my own version of Eat, Pray, Love. I went to Bhutan to study the GNH index. I went to monasteries in Sri Lanka, Nepal, Golden Temple, Goa. So it was a very spiritual year. I lived off a suitcase, only one suitcase. And I slept on my mother's home couch because I wanted a
Wow.
minimal life.
How did you
No
manage one
attachment.
suitcase? Yeah,
That's it.
amazing.
Few shirts, 1-2 jeans. What all do we need?
Absolutely.
Ultimately, right?
That's true.
And at the Golden Temple, I had my moment of epiphany where maybe, some higher being spoke to me and said, start something in the space of mental health. And I wanted to do something that makes society a little bit better.
Yeah.
And it's been a fabulous journey last few years, written books. We worked with lots of different industry verticals.
Yeah.
India, a few other countries. We worked with billionaires. We worked with sports people. We worked with actors.
Yeah.
Different, very.
Right.
And then we also teach happiness as a skill set in colleges,
Yes.
schools. So it's a very diverse thing. Today is very special because we're launching our own podcast,
Yes.
HQX.
Absolutely, and congratulations for that.
Thank you, and you're part of the team as much as I am part of the team. So we had some amazing guests in the morning, and
So, but Manny, tell me one thing.
Yeah.
Are you somebody who does these programs, or also there is something like a one-on-one coaching as well?
yes,
I think John Abraham is a very dear friend of yours,
he's a
right?
dear friend. He's from 34 years.
Yes, I saw his picture in your book.
Yeah, he's written a beautiful foreword. We as a company we do one-on-one, but on a selective basis. And I'll tell
Right.
you selective because we want to work with individuals who want to be better.
Correct.
Like, there are lots of people today, Parvez, who will give you money.
Yes.
But do they want to change? No.
No.
Then you failed as a teacher. So we do one-on-one coaching on mental health, physical health,
Right.
nutrition, habit building, discipline, leadership, single parenting, etc. Also, we work with companies and we do programs from 1 day, 2 days, 3 days to longer.
Absolutely.
We host Friday Talk, which is our own show on mental health with fitness, nutrition, dance, poetry, etc. So, I mean,
Okay.
miles to go, miles to go before we
Wow,
sleep. I'll put it that
fantastic.
way.
So you've had a great journey till now, right?
Yeah. So
Fantastic.
far, I mean, God is kind.
Yeah, absolutely, he's kind, and so do you have
I've met people
gratitude
like
for it.
you, and
Yeah.
I'll explain that later. But
Yeah,
I
you
met
went to
people.
the Golden Temple. You had to meet me.
Yeah. Then we have Tanaz in our team.
Yes,
She
absolutely.
brings a glow factor.
Yeah.
Major Anil. We have lovely
Yes,
people. Pravin,
absolutely.
different people, right?
Absolutely.
Azhar, and lots of people. What about you, Parvez? I mean, I know you come from a business background.
Yeah.
You have a very tough father,
Yeah.
right? You know, in terms of
Yeah.
personality type, you're
Oh,
a
he's
very
a
loving, doting
amazing guy. Yeah.
mother, loving, doting mother.
Yeah.
She's in heaven. God bless her soul. You're married to an entrepreneur. Of course, I have the pleasure to meet her and also know about her business.
Yeah.
You're a doting parent to an 8-year-old girl, 3-year-old son.
Yeah. So yeah.
What brings you to what you do?
Right, Manny. Firstly, thank you very much for having me on HQX, your first debut podcast. Yes, what brings me here is basically I come from a business background, as
Correct.
correctly you said. I come from a background of construction.
Right.
My father and me, we tried for a very long time to work together, but things were
It's tough.
didn't
It's
really
tough.
work out the way
Yeah.
we thought. So in the year 2004-5, I gave it a hand in doing some acting. So I did serials
In 2000?
in 2005.
Wow.
Yeah, 2005
But
I
you also
started
went
my
to New York to study and then you had to come
that
back.
was in 2009.
Acha.
So I did that in 2009, but from 2005, 6, 7, 8, I could do about
14?
15, 16 serials,
Wow.
on Z, on Star Plus, and various other channels. Sony.
That was your
Yeah.
passion.
I did all of that. Then I again took a break for a while.
That's good.
Yes, I went to New York to study at the New York Film Academy, but
But you had to
things
come
didn't work
back?
out again over there.
Oh.
So I had to come back. Well, my father got very ill. He was missing me a lot.
I know.
So then I came back, and after that, again I tried giving a hand in my business, the construction. But once again, it did not work out the way I thought. And then Manny, in the year 2016, when I was at very low key points, I was married already.
16. Yeah.
I had a 8-month-old my daughter,
Hmm.
and I was at a very low point in my life. We had lost a lot of, commercially we were very
Down?
in our business and all.
Right.
Then I started, that what about my 27 years of my journey of my fitness, which is now we stand in that in the year 2025. So Manny, I started fitness in the year 1997. Okay.
Why did you start fitness?
Exactly. I was coming to
Yeah.
that because of body shaming.
Oh.
Yes. In school, I was called a murgi ka bacha.
Murgi.
Yes, guys, murgi ka bacha. Because I
Like
was
gouty
very
chicken.
thin.
Gouty chicken.
Yeah. I was very thin, Manny.
Oh.
Okay. So people used to call me murgi ka bacha. And that pain, I transformed it in the gym.
That's nice.
And, I saw major change when I went to the gym.
Confidence
Yeah,
increased.
exactly. My confidence grew, my body grew. I could, feel that, okay, that was
Yeah.
not the point where I had to be. I transformed from there. And today, in the year 2016, after advising a lot of people, my cousins, my friends, my family,
I'm sure.
when they start getting the transformation, I said, why not pick up your passion as your purpose, right?
Right.
And my passion was fitness always. So in the year 2016-17, I started my company called Fit Panda. And Fit Panda, I have trainers. We have
You
lifestyle.
offer lifestyle solutions.
Exactly, we offer lifestyle solutions, and that name was given by my daughter, who was then about just close to about 1 year old, or maybe slightly more. But she used to call me a panda. And then one day I came back home and she said panda, and my wife said that your father is not a panda; he's a fit panda. So I got my name registered that very day, and that's how my journey continued. But my journey over there as a fitness coach started, but I did not know that in the year 2019-20, I would start hosting. Right. So I also became a host to a lot of weddings, corporate events, and all. That's how, of course, we met in the year 2022.
Yeah.
So both of these are my passions, and I still continue both of them. So I train as well, I host as well, and I live the life of passion.
Do you have a nickname?
Do I have a nickname in?
Like, do you have a nickname?
In hosting, yes,
No. Like your dad, loved
yes,
one. What do they call
absolutely.
you?
So yeah, so my father always called me Nawab.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so
Uh,
that's the name he gave me affectionately, and till date, it's not changed. He calls me Nawab,
Nawab.
and that's why my screen name also now has become Nawab.
Your screen name.
Yes, my screen name, as in when I go for my hostings or if I do something, it's called Nawab.
But somebody in my team told me that you have another new nickname.
Oh.
Do you know what it is?
What?
Bandra ka Pathan.
Yeah, Manny. That name.
Where did
was-
that come from?
Well, that name came from Mr. Manny Anchan.
Oh,
Yeah.
is it?
Okay.
But you've traveled with me
Yes.
multiple places.
Yes.
Everywhere we go, they always say you look like Shah Rukh Khan. I mean, haven't you heard?
Well, I take it that I'll take that as a compliment. It's a huge compliment
And
to
they say a
have.
better version. That's what they say.
Probably, or but let me be very honest with you that I've watched each and every of his shows, what he
Yeah,
hosts or how
Yeah.
he does. He's very intelligent,
I
a
mean,
very
I'm
wise
sure he's a
person.
great, human
Yeah,
being,
more
good
than his
human being.
acting, his intelligence is what I look up to, and I feel that definitely that goes as a fantastic compliment for me.
How do you handle all the female attention?
Okay.
I
Manny,
mean, you
just,
do. No, you acting.
no,
You're into acting.
yeah.
You're
So
into fitness.
the only way
You
I
host shows. No.
yeah.
So you meet people. That's what I meant. So how do you
No.
handle female attention? That's a honest question. It's an
Yeah,
honest question.
it's
What do you do?
It's a very good question, Manny, and I just have one answer for all of
Uh-huh.
those females: is that I'm married. I'm married,
Uh-huh.
and
Uh-huh.
that's it. Then everything gets handled.
So what is the secret for a happy marriage?
Happy marriage?
Yeah, I mean, you're married, no?
Manny,
So
Manny, see,
what do you think?
like you're divorced, right?
Yeah, I'm divorced.
So
yeah.
you're happy I'm married.
Right. Okay.
There's no other concept. to it.
Oh, Alifia is hearing it. I hope you know that.
That's all right.
Yeah, that's all right.
She knows it.
That's good.
Yeah.
And do you remember how we met?
So that's exactly where I was getting to. So Manny, there was I think in the year 2022, in somewhere in August end or September start,
August. Yeah.
we met below the gym at Reset
Yes,
in
I
Bandra,
remember. Yeah.
and I really loved the car you were driving, and I wanted to ask you that which car is it? I firstly couldn't even recognize it,
Yeah, true.
and then
true.
you told me all the details about it, and not only that, but when we both spoke more over there, just for that 15 minutes down, and you also told me one more thing, that one day we will work together.
Correct. Yeah.
And I think we hit off the first show in December.
Yeah, December 22.
Right? December
Aegis
22,
Insurance.
yeah, whereby I hosted you as well.
Now we must have done more than 100 shows together.
Easily, I
last
think,
2 years, 3 years.
Yes,
yeah.
absolutely.
And every time
100
it's a
shows,
new learning experience.
traveling together, Goa,
Highs,
Bangalore,
lows.
Delhi, Chennai, Ajman.
Yeah, UAE.
Right, UAE.
Yeah,
So
lots of
we-
places.
So yeah,
Lots
it's
of
been
places,
an amazing long
So I want to
journey.
ask you, how important is physical health for good mental health?
Wow. Okay.
Can you
So,
separate the two?
Absolutely. I would say that a physical activity is the only best thing for your mental health, right?
Mm.
We all say that doing workouts transforms your physique.
Right.
I would say workouts not only transforms your physique, but it's actually um it's more helpful for your mental health, man. I always say that's for your mental health. That is activities or exercises, and nutrition is for your body,
Correct.
right? So it goes very much hand in hand. Without any physical exercise, you can never completely have a good mental health, because your body needs your attention. It needs to be in the right composition. It needs to be in the right frame, right? That's where your mind becomes better. We say, frame of mind. I would say let the frame be right so the mind will be fine.
So now we hear a lot of people saying resistance training is important.
Yeah.
I want to explain why. You should explain why resistance training is important for men, but also more for women. Why do you think it's very important now? Resistance training. And what is resistance training?
Resistance training is
viewer?
basically, I would call it's one of the pillars of fitness.
Right.
And what it is exactly, it's a movement which is very slow. It's not fast action like the weights,
Yeah.
right? You can do resistance training with some bands, loop bands,
Or body weights.
But it's basically more of a slow movement as well.
Right.
You got to really do the expansion and the contraction of your muscle very
Right,
well. Otherwise, you will not be able to get that kind of a impact, right? A transformation.
Yeah,
So resistance training is good for each and every one. There's no age for it,
right?
You can a 6-year-old can do it to maybe a
60
90-year-old.
90-year-old.
It has no
They
limits.
say if you do 4 hours of resistance training every week, it adds 7 years of quality life. Is that right?
Absolutely.
Or
Yeah.
maybe more.
Maybe more. That, of course, a lot of other factors are around, has to be right, your environment, your sleep, your nutrition, each and everything, then your 7 years will be added to your life. But just by resistance training, probably yes, you are still doing good for your body, right? So that is one factor of it, but around it also certain things have to be right. But in resistance training, I would say why is it really good is because it strengthens your inner muscles,
Right.
right? It's not only to do about your aesthetics, it's pure fitness.
So now I'm going to change the narrative. I know you're a poet. तो एक दो शायरी सुना दे. One is about selfish. There are जो दो तीन तो that you love.
So,
तो अभी अब
I will
शायरी
tell,
time.
yeah,
Now
so I'll
शायरी
tell
time.
you, in 2017, I met somebody who coached me a little bit at that
Okay,
time for my
yeah.
life. And she yet hands hold me sometimes. Her name is
Right.
Nidika Bell. And she
Okay.
taught me the concept of self-ishq.
Self-ish.
Ishq.
Okay.
Okay, so-
क्या है?
So,
मतलब क्या है?
you know, whenever you want to do something for yourself, आपको अपने लिए जब भी कुछ अच्छा करना होता है ना, तो लोग आपको बोलते हैं कि तुम तो बड़े selfish हो,
Correct.
right? Selfish.
Yeah.
And मैं कहता हूँ कि वो selfish नहीं है, वो self-ishq है.
Wow.
Love yourself, and honestly, everything
Yeah,
is different.
self-love. That's what they say. No?
Yeah.
Self-love.
Self-love, yes.
Yeah.
But you know, there's a very thin line between self-love and being selfish also.
Right.
But you have to understand that, you know, you come first in certain things so that,
Of course.
you know, you can
Like in
you
the
can-
plane, put your oxygen mask first
Absolutely.
before you put it for the
exactly.
other
अगर
member.
आप ही
right?
नहीं बचोगे तो फायदा क्या?
And some शायरी Irshad.
शायरी. Manny, do you remember any one of those which I say? Okay.
Tarif. That and I remember Tarif one.
So yeah, I'll go with that. So अर्ज
हाँ.
किया है,
Irshad.
तेरी कामयाबी पे तारीफ,
तेरी कामयाबी पे तारीफ.
तेरी कोशिश पे ताना होगा.
Okay.
तेरी कामयाबी पे तारीफ, तेरी कोशिश पे ताना होगा.
हाँ.
तेरे दुख में कुछ लोग, तेरे सुख में जमाना होगा.
Wow.
Right? So that is
So what is some like English translation?
English translation would be that,
Like
you
short
know,
and sweet. What do
you know,
you think?
people always will criticize you, right, for anything and everything, and even if you are successful, they will still say something. But remember one thing,
Yeah.
that, you know, in your bad times you'll have a very few people in your life, and in your good times you'll have the entire world attending it.
Right.
Right? So that's exactly what it is. It's very close to my heart. I think we use it also
Yeah,
a lot.
we do.
It's quite an eye opener. Whenever I say it, probably people do respond to it. But I just say that,
So
yeah,
we have worked together nearly 2.5+ years
2.5,
now.
yeah.
You've helped me in many ways. I've helped you in many ways.
Yeah.
So I want to ask you, what are the key learnings that you have taken from me? I want to ask you that, and I'll answer the other way around.
So Manny, I've taken key learnings from you in terms of your, you know, when you give your talks, especially when we talk about Ikigai and the concepts of Ikigai, right? So
Yeah.
for the very first time when I saw these concepts also, I never knew about it, right? I was introduced to Ikigai through you,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
And beyond that also, when I saw these concepts like Harachi Bhume,
Yes.
right?
Yeah.
that is eating
80%.
80%,
Right.
right? And then losing weight. So those concepts also I could bring about in my fitness training as well.
Yeah.
So not only know, and also what I saw is that you yourself also are doing it. So there are a lot of things which I observed about
Right,
you as well,
right.
which you do it in person, and
Yes.
that also reflects,
Yes.
right? You're a very good father.
Right.
I saw that as well, right? I have a 8.5-year-old and a 3.5-year-old
Yes,
son
yes,
and a
yes.
8.5-year-old daughter. So things would reflect, and there are many more things. Journaling also was a part
Absolutely.
which came into my life once again,
Yes.
and this time I could really do it well when I, when last to last year, when I could really apply it a lot in my
Yes,
life.
yeah,
Journaling helped me a lot at
yeah,
certain
yeah.
points in my life.
Yeah.
So I think journaling was there. Then, your reflection on certain things. Plus, we traveled a lot together.
Yeah.
So we learned a lot together over there also.
Right.
And there are many more
So the
aspects
travel
about
thing,
you.
can I say something funny
Yes.
to our listeners?
Yes.
So in Goa, if you
Yeah.
remember,
Yeah.
you forgot one pair of your shoes. How could you do that? You packed one and you left the other half in the hotel. Like,
Okay.
how creative are you in your
Uh,
thinking? And of course, they couriered it too. But ye kaisa hua that Normally you put both the shoes together. You packed one only?
चलो,
Like,
ये
how
तो-
creative is
ये
this?
तो
चमत्कार है यार.
तो एक शायरी है जो आई
अच्छा,
मीन
शायरी.
एक कहावत है
अच्छा.
जो कुछ नहीं करते वो कमाल करते हैं, तो शायद मैंने वही कर दिया. But
That's
Manny,
funny.
that's a very strong aspect about I like to leave something as a memento for the places I visit,
Acha,
so
acha.
that they never
So
forget
half,
me. Yeah,
half a
I
shoe.
want them to remember me for the
Wow.
rest of their life. So Manny, tell me one thing.
Yeah.
Now that we came on to this topic
Yeah,
as well,
reading,
how do you
journaling,
think?
reading, journaling.
Yes, how do you? Yeah, reading, journaling, of course, reading. Yeah, reading also.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, thanks to you that every time we go to the airport, we buy a new book.
He has to read.
That
yeah.
ritual is
Nourishment.
something
Nourishes
which
your
not
brain.
only, yeah, it nourishes your brain, but that ritual also came into me after, you know, I started traveling with you, that from each and every airport you pick up a new book, whichever the
Yes.
bestseller or
Yeah.
however,
To read, yeah.
to read. And as you can also, everybody see that behind is a entire lot of books. This is not a library. This is a personal library of Manny. Yeah, it's not tidal waves. But yeah, so that's one thing. Of course, journaling, reading, and all these aspects, I think now today I bring into my life to make it each day better. And now one thing which I really want to mention, which happened, which changed a lot in me also, is the habit tracker.
Mm.
Your habit tracker was introduced again by you only. I never knew about these habit trackers, and I think the habit tracker did a lot good to me, because I could, you know, as you say always, that never have a to-do list, have a done list.
Yes, more powerful.
Right.
More
So
powerful.
towards the end of the day, when you really tick mark that this is your done list and that habit is tick marked, I think that becomes just another beautiful thing. But and I started doing it, but not only that, but when my daughter saw it, she was 7 then, and she also picked up the same habit. So sometimes she does it. Of course, she's a child, so maybe someday she would forget it, but
Mm.
she knows the power of habit tracking. You know, so that's another fantastic thing which
So,
came into.
you know, so some of the key things that I teach and I write about is journaling, reading,
Yeah.
fitness, which you are
Yeah.
pretty good at, meditation. These are some of the cornerstone habits of elite performers in the world, billionaires, actors, sports
Yeah,
people.
of
So they
course.
invest a lot of time in the morning for fitness,
Right.
then reading,
Right.
journaling, meditation. These four things are non-negotiable. And of course, they eat well, they sleep, they keep learning. But these four habits, I think, if we can inculcate in ourselves as well as our kids,
Yeah,
like you always say, monkey see, monkey do.
absolutely.
If my son doesn't see me reading, he's not going to read.
Never gonna read
If my son sees me eating trash, he ends up eating
junk.
junk food, right? So it's very important to walk the talk.
Yeah.
And you know, you've been part of all our programs, and you've seen a lot of corporate executives are not fit today, right? So
To a very large extent, I
Yeah,
would say that they're
yeah.
very unfit.
a lot of
Not
them
only
are succumbing in the
not
gym.
only that they
and-
do not apply any sort of activities or they don't do anything, but also that, you know, when you come to their, you know, not only their physical but their mental health also
yeah, they're
seems to be
suffering,
in
you
a
know.
lot of trouble in future, because they don't have time for themselves.
So
Yeah.
I want to ask you, annually, what are the key blood markers 40-year-old, 45-year-old, 50-year-old exec or a human being should do? While they're chasing money, you know, in
Absolutely,
the corporate
Manny.
ladder, they're climbing up. What are the regular blood markers? It's very important. Like, what do you remember? 3, 4,
Man,
5.
if I have to give you about say 4 or 5 good
Yeah, key blood markers.
key
Yeah,
blood,
yeah,
blood markers, then out of them, you know, I would say for a man, you know, do the testosterone. Yeah, your free
Mhm.
testosterone, your that blood marker is very important. Then you have your homocysteine. Homocysteine is something which shows you how much inflammation you have in your body.
Right.
Then there is apolipoprotein B.
Mm-hmm.
That is another marker which I would say that shows, you know, if there's any blockages in your. So this is there. Then your vitamin D and your B12 are absolutely vital, right? Without that, your body is reaching
So
failure.
once a year, these tests should minimum.
You know, people look at it very differently. I look at it very differently. So I'll give you what my perception about these blood markers are, especially for your vitamin D and I would say for your B12.
B12,
Your
yeah.
B12 has to be anywhere beyond 500.
Wow.
Okay, in
And,
any given
vitamin
case, and vitamin
D-
D, your D3 should be anywhere beyond 45,
45,
50.
50.
Yeah, if it's
Testosterone?
anything below that, then
Testosterone 400 plus.
yeah, easily. I mean, of course, you
Yeah.
know, that's the minimum I would say.
So what is testosterone?
It's an hormone. It's a
Okay.
man's most most important hormone. He lives on it.
Okay, what are the supplements people should have after, let's say, 35, 40? For a
After
man, let's
35,
say for a
40,
man, for a man.
Manny, most of the supplements which people nowadays take is mostly based on their blood works and a lot
Right,
of other things. But
right.
in general, if you really have to take, then your vitamin D on a daily basis on a very small unit like the IU,
Are you? How should be
say
how much?
about 1,000
Every day one capsule.
every day one capsule.
Then
You
what
must take it
else?
because we don't have the other any sources to take
What
it right now,
else?
right? Then your B12 also, of course, you can do this under the
Daily basis.
you can check with your general physician also that if you want to
Mm-hmm.
reach to a certain unit, then
Right.
how are you going to work towards it? But I would say vitamin D about 1,000 IU
Then
is
B12.
something. Then your B12. For your testosterone, I would say the one of the best ways to do it is to start an activity. And when I say activity, it's got to be weight training. Weight training, sabka baap hai, right?
So
You
if
do
you regularly
anything
weight
else.
training, it can boost.
Yes, weight training is one of the only ways you can boost your testosterone in your body
Wow.
and you can build muscle.
And
Rest everything
omega-3?
around it is everything good for the heart, for your
Oh.
cardiovascular, any other activity, right?
Omega-3?
Omega 3 also is a very another vital supplement. I think nowadays you have heard a lot of people dying out of heart attacks, especially
Okay.
the young ones, because it's not because it's not because of your lifestyle, but also because your sleep is affected a lot, and because there's many factors to it, and also that your lifestyle has a lot of bad food nowadays. We are swigging, we are zomatoing, we are using all these apps to fulfill our
Frozen
desires in
food.
food. Yeah, absolutely. And you're not even checking where it comes from, what happens, right? So your omega 3 is an amazing supplement for
The heart.
the heart. For the heart, yeah, it basically clears your blood.
Right.
It purifies it, and that's how your blood stays always. And it's got many more other benefits like your blood circulation
right.
as well. So
And
if that
creatine and
is
collagen is good?
creatine, collagen, everything is very good.
Yeah.
Pro-
And you
taken
obviously
in
consult
proper,
your doctor,
yes,
yeah?
absolutely. When you take a
Consult your
proper
doctor.
consultation for it, all these supplements are there in nature. The way you use it or abuse it,
Right.
right? So if you use it, it's great for you. And there are many people, as you know,
There's a
Manny.
nice quote. I know you're writing a new book. I mean, your
I-
first
let me
debut
say
book.
about this, Manny. So I
So
want
what
to
is
tell
coming up?
everybody.
What's coming up? Yeah.
So I want to tell everybody that seeing I think when I met you, you had written your third book, and today you're
Correct.
sitting on your fifth book,
One more coming
and one
soon.
more coming up soon. So all this while you've been telling me
Yeah.
that
Right.
Parvez, write your own book,
Yeah,
write your own book, and this is something which I took up writing last June,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm happy to announce that the book is ready.
Oh.
Right,
We are launching it soon.
We're launching it soon, probably on my birthday, which is next
What's
month.
it called?
It's called Fit Panda. Fit is the new rich.
Fit is the new rich. Oh, lovely.
Yeah, because money cannot buy health.
Yes, absolutely.
Right, so
and
fit
there's
is-
a nice quote you use. If you don't move your body, you lose your body.
Absolutely.
Is that right?
Absolutely.
I mean, I know you
Yeah.
speak about it.
Yeah.
So you're going to come out with a new book
Very
next
soon.
month,
Yes, Manny.
but we launch it a few days prior to that. Let's try to launch it.
Yeah, Manny. The party's at your house.
Right. No, of course, of course.
No,
So-
but great. I would just like to say thank you because you pushed me towards
Right.
it, and I think I never thought I'll be able to do this, but you gave me the right sources for it. Your inputs was very valuable for it, and I've been able to complete that book, and the sample copy is ready. So now we go for the So right, Manu. So I just wanted to ask you that now looking into the future, what exactly do we have coming in our programs? I think we would love to say it a little bit together to our
So we've developed a lot of new interventions.
Right.
We have the dialogue box that you know about, the new holistic
Yeah.
HQ assessment. We have a lot of teamwork games. We have the blood marker based health assessments.
Yes.
We have a couple of new books coming.
Fantastic.
The podcast series launches this year.
Yeah.
So, and we worked with 20 different industry verticals. We
Yeah,
worked with
come a
billionaire
long way.
founders.
Yes.
And the feedback has been very, very good.
Amazing. Yeah.
So now we need to really focus on entrenching and deepening our relationships
Right.
at the companies we worked with, and also collab with a few more partners that, like, who do assessments, etc. Because the universe
Fantastic.
is so big, we can't do everything. We've got to
Right.
collaborate and offer value to the market, to the society, and the journey has just started. I feel, right? There's so much to do, so much to do. I mean,
Absolutely. It's a
tons of work,
endless.
and we have to be very, very patient.
Very, very patient.
Shiddat and
Okay.
sabra,
Sabra Shukra
and sukoon.
Sukoon.
I think those three words are very powerful, right?
Absolutely.
So that's my message. I think.
And Manny, one last question to you. Quickly, I want a quick
yeah,
word on this.
sure.
A fun question for you.
Yeah.
What is your secret of your happiness?
Oh my gosh. I think you've heard this from me before. Secret to happiness is being single.
Being single. Okay.
So I was married.
Right.
I'm divorced. I'm a single father, which I love, and I think that's the best. Right? You only
Absolutely.
said you're married and I'm happy. So I'm just coming back to your thing.
Yeah,
No,
man. That's
but
an
marriage
absolute
is
light
good,
humor. It's
and I tell
fantastic.
people, be married for the right reasons.
Yeah.
If you don't have the right reason, don't be married.
Absolutely.
And be happy. I think it's very important to be happy within before you can be happy for others.
Absolutely. Well
So yeah, that's my broad message. And we have miles to go
Yes.
to collectively to make this world a better place, bring our
Right.
passion and love what we do.
Absolutely.
We have a great crew, Aniket crew, Tanaz,
Yeah, we
Shelly,
look for, absolutely.
Mejanal, Sunana, Pravin, Bhakti, Bharti, Azhar.
It
There's so
goes-
many people.
It goes
lots of
on and
people,
on,
Bijoy,
on
yeah.
and on, Manny. Yeah.
But they all make us better,
Absolutely. We learn from everyone.
right? It takes there's an African proverb, and of course I lived in Africa. It says, "It takes a village to raise a child,"
True that.
and we are all children of the universe, right? We have very
True.
few summers left. I mean, I'm 52 now. Maybe I have 28 summers, and 28 summers is not too much. One summer will go now, then I have 27 summers.
Got
We
that.
have to leave a legacy that we made the world a better place.
Yes, Manny. And
That's
we
it.
shall do
So
that.
thank you.
Yeah.
That's
All
a
right.
wrap.
Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you.